I want to do something a little bit more serious. I know all my videos are usually really funny, or I'm joking around, or there's a little bit of comic relief. But I thought, you know what, it would be nice for once to actually show people the serious side of me, the, I guess you can say, more to the books, educated side. So it is Black History Month, so happy Black History Month to everyone. I'm not just going to limit it to Black people, but to everyone who does celebrate and partake in this month. For this video, I wanted to actually talk about Black History Month, but more specifically talk about colorism in the Black community, specifically colorism amongst Black women. Being a Black woman, I guess it makes it easier for me to elaborate more because I can use real life experiences to explain and express stuff that have happened in my life. Don't mind my book. I had to write all my stuff down because I didn't want to forget any of my ideas. So if I occasionally glance down, don't think that, you know what, I'm not trying to pay attention or I'm losing interest. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't repeat myself and that what I'm saying makes sense. So I'm just going to quickly give an overview before I start to break down and elaborate more on my ideas. So basically what I'm going to talk about through this video, I'm going to talk about how the media portrays us. So as overly sexualized beings, baby mamas, and uneducated women, I'm going to talk about what we are doing to reject or accept the stereotypes. Then to add more onto the issue of the media, I'm going to talk about internal racism. So like I said, colorism amongst Black women. So the light skin versus dark skin, big, I guess, rise that's been coming up. And how the media portrays light skinned women as favored Black women over the darker skinned women. I'm going to talk about the bleaching cream, how bleaching cream is an all-time high in the market and hair extensions market in an all-time high, and then how I conclude that it's the conclusion of Black women trying to attain European looks. I'm also going to talk about the Bootylicious Betties and the Powers to the People Pamelas. So again, the overly sexualized Black women are the Bootylicious Betties, and then the Powers to the People Pamelas are the strong feminist Black women that are portrayed like the Aunt Jemimas and the mammies that usually would be babysitting the kids in history. And to end it off, I'm just going to pose a question. Okay, so I am back and I brought with me my older sister Leah. Hi. I wanted to show her perspective as well. I thought it would be more interactive if I had a broader, I guess you can say, conversation instead of it just being me talking on and on and on and that looks like it's just my opinion. I thought it would be nice to have someone else to give their opinion as well. So Leah's also going to be here, you know, elaborating more on some of the points that I say. I might just hand it over to her at one point and ask her how she feels about something. So here we go. The first thing I was talking about was how the media portrays us as overly sexualized, baby mamas, and uneducated. And then my question was, what are we doing to reject those stereotypes? So Leah, I'll pass this one right over to you.
Okay, so what are we doing to reject those stereotypes? I think historically, Black women have come a long way. At first it was difficult for us to get jobs, difficult for us to prove ourselves otherwise, but now you find there are more businesswomen, more Black businesswomen in the community, and I think that is one way that we've shown that we are not the stereotype, that we are actually educated. There's more to us than our looks, than our body, or the image that's been portrayed of us by other people, because of course there are other Black people who do portray themselves that way, but there is still a remnant of Black women who want to defy those odds and want to show that they can do other things and can be greater and can be just as successful as the average Caucasian, Asian, and so forth, other nationalities. We're not stupid. But yeah, so I think becoming educated and more of us showing up in the business world.
More nurses, more doctors, more lawyers. You know, I have seen in these recent years a lot of Black nurses, which I think is beautiful. My sister's a nurse. So I think it's nice that now I'm not only seeing, you know, Caucasian or Asian nurses, I'm seeing a lot of Black African Canadian nurses, and it makes me proud because I'm like, you see, we are rejecting this stereotype, and we do have Black women who are in places of power. We have Black women who are saving lives, not just, you know, creating lives because they think that we're only limited to creating. No, we can create and we can save a life, which I think is extremely beautiful. So power to all my nurses out there, you're doing good.
Great.
And then I also wanted to talk about, like I said, internal racism, so colorism in the Black community and the whole light skin versus dark skin issue. I was talking to someone the other day and I was saying when I grew up, I never really saw skin complexion. I didn't really think that I was better than anybody else because I was lighter than, you know, the girl in my classroom that was also black, or you know what, I was prettier because she was dark and I was light skinned, so, or lighter. So I didn't really think, you know what, because I'm lighter than her, I'm more beautiful than her. But I've seen more recently in the media and in school that a lot of girls are being made to feel as if they are ugly because they're a little bit darker than, you know, the other light-skinned girl across the street from her or across the classroom from her, even though that little girl across the classroom, sorry, you know, her father might have been mixed with, you know, white and something else. So she's obviously not directly black, so obviously she's not going to be as dark as the girl across the classroom from her. And it's been bothering me because it's like, it's not even that it's society that's making us feel uncomfortable, it's our own people. So it's other black girls that are making another black girl feel like she's not pretty because she's darker, or you're pretty, or even guys, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I don't understand that concept. You're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And it's not even like it's a light guy saying that. It's a guy who's also dark, who has a dark mother, who has a dark grandmother, telling another dark-skinned, beautiful woman that she's pretty for a dark-skinned girl, even though everyone in his family is dark.
That's like another subject.
But I'll say that one for maybe Black History Month next year, because I don't even want to elaborate on that one.
That's gonna be a long one.
That one might take forever, but
yeah.
Colorism in the black community, I feel like it's not even just black people. I know there are other communities, like I know the Indian community and the Asian community, they're really much into skin complexion. But I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for my ethnicity. I can only speak for my color. And I feel that colorism is such a strong and very degrading and hurting issue in our community, because a lot of black women are feeling that, you know what, I'm not good enough because I'm not, you know, as light as her, or you know what, I'm not beautiful enough because her hair is naturally curly and my hair is, you know, a little bit kinkier. So you know what, I'm gonna hide my hair behind weaves and wigs and extensions to hide the fact that, you know what, my hair is a little bit, you know, coarser, or you know what, my curl pattern isn't a 3. I don't even know curl patterns.
It's late. It's not early. Yeah, it's not like, 1, but it's 4.
I'm at the end of the curl spectrum, not at the beginning. Like my sister, her hair is natural. My hair is borderline, I don't know, my hair's texturized, but I wear extensions because I'm trying not to touch my hair, I'm trying to make it grow. I don't really need extensions, I'm not bald, but I wear extensions because for myself, I feel like if I don't protect my hair, I will damage it. I'm obsessed with coloring my hair, I'm obsessed with doing all that type of stuff, so I'm not trying to wear extensions to hide who I am. I wear it because I don't want to have to deal with my hair. But there are people who feel like, you know what, I don't want to be who I was born. I want to be somebody else. So you know what, let me spend hundreds on virgin Cambodian, Eurasian, Peruvian, Brazilian, you know, Chinese, Japanese hair and hide the hair that God gave me. Let me buy a closure to hide the hair that I have, because you know what, if I close and cover who I am, maybe people will accept me. If I buy the Ambi bleaching cream or the African Queen bleaching cream and bleach my skin from head to toe, you know what, I'll be lighter, and maybe Billy across the hall will look at me and say, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, even though before he didn't give you the time of day.
Yeah, I was gonna actually cut you off because you were talking about colorism. Of course, these things they all intertwine, but what I was gonna say about colorism is that it is dated back to slavery. Just a reminder, because what she's talking about is our experience growing up. It was because our mom didn't talk about that stuff. She didn't make it an issue, and she didn't compare us to other kids who were not the same complexion as you. We were just kids. We were just black. That's all it was.
I'm sure other kids' parents compared us, but
that's possibly what it is. But you know what? It actually dates back to slavery. And what would happen is, you know, as we know, the light-skinned Negroes in the house, the darker ones would work out in the sun and pick the cotton or do other forms of, I guess, work, farm work, manual labor, and so that separation has actually tainted our perspective of our own kind. It's tainted it, and it's carried itself out through generations, because if it started there, it's something. And of course, if you're out in the field and someone's is in the house on a hot day, scorching hot day, you're in the house and you get to drink at least drink a little bit of water or something, or sneak yourself a lemonade or whatever. These people are out there and they're burning, and it's like, of course they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, because she's light skinned, she gets the. And that creates a lot of resentment against your own kind, and that's the issue. It started there, and even though we're not living in slavery, we still have this same issues because it was passed on, and that's a major issue. We have to break the cycle in a lot of ways. It starts with us breaking the cycle. Team light skin, team dark skin.
Break every chain.
Like, what's team light skin? What's team? It's black. you're still black. If we were to get your DNA, they will still find out that you're black. Whether
on a job application, it doesn't say
are you light skinned?
Black. I meant in brackets, light skin or dark skin.
Yeah,
it says black. They don't care if you're the lightest black girl of life. As long as you're black, you're black.
As long as they drew up your blood and took it to the lab and saw the DNA makeup and they found out they were negro, then you're black. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's what it is.
To me, it's so stupid. Like the other day, I said to someone, I'm like, "Oh, I'm light skinned," as a joke. They're like, "Actually, no, you're like brown skin mocha." I'm like, "Are we really? Whatever. Is it ever really that serious that I have to be like deconstructed? No, you're not light skin. You're actually a mixture between mocha, chocolate milk, and."
It's like, no, you're a caramel. I didn't know it was food.
You're a caramel macchiato mixed with a hot chocolate with a side of whipped cream. That's how it sounds. It's like I'm being made into a spectacle, like I'm a food now because I can't just be black. No, it goes by the shade of your skin. You're not black. You're actually light. I'm black. No, I'm like, I'm light skin. Or I'm like, I'm
You know what else
dark.
I've
No,
heard?
you're not dark.
You know what else I've heard? Oh, you're Jamaican? Oh, I wouldn't have known. You're so light skinned.
You don't look Jamaican.
I'm like, what does that mean? How do you know? How do you know?
There are white Jamaicans.
Let's not even go.
Indian Jamaicans.
Look how many different types of, even in other islands, there's Chinese in every kind of island. There's a diversity. So it's like, yeah, I'm Jamaican. Like, yeah.
And it's not even like it's other ethnicities. It's black people saying
sometimes
that.
No. Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is, but
it is.
then I'll have people who are, oh, you're Jamaican, you don't look Jamaican.
I know.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Is your ignorance that serious?
Is there a picture on a wall that says Jamaican? This is how a Jamaican person looks. If there is, please, can someone please message me in the box below and tell me how that picture looks so that I can look at it and see how I don't fit the characteristics of a Jamaican person. Oh, you're light. Oh, your hair is a bit straight. Oh, your nose is...
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Jamaica was...
Out of many, one people.
There you go. Out of many, one person. The end.
It's like, yeah, it's case closed.
The other thing I want to talk about was the Bootylicious Bettys and the Power to the People Pamelas, which are like two stereotypes that I learned about in school. Well, it wasn't worded that way, but it was like the Bootylicious Betty was like that really overly sexualized, very sexy, almost promiscuous, cunning woman. Obviously, she ends up magically being black, but she would like lure men in, she would sleep around, you know, she was just very, very, very sexual. And then there was the Power to the People Pamelas, which are the strong, feminist black women, or the woman who would stay inside the house. If there was a black woman staying inside the house in the slavery days, she would be the mammy that would be cleaning up for the kids, feeding them, and she'd be their caregiver. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, so I'm not overly sexualized and I'm not a Power to the People Pamela, so where do I fall in? Because according to society, that's the two different ideas they have of what a black woman is. So where do I fit in a world where society tells me what I am? In other news, I want to talk about something, but I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not trying to pinpoint people. I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. But another thing I've noticed in the black community is the strong, I guess you can say, presence of fakeness. And by fakeness, I don't mean personality, I mean body parts. I've never seen so many fake breasts, fake bum, and fake hips in my life. And yes, there are a lot of people who are not black doing it. But again, I'm talking about black women. I'm seeing a lot of black girls who already had that perfect small waist, 36, 24, 48, or whatever it is. I'm seeing these women with, you know, their waist even smaller than it was before. Their bum that to me was already bigger. I'm seeing them getting their hips done. I'm seeing them getting their nose done because you know what? The pudgy nose that God gave them obviously wasn't good enough. So now they want it to be European straight. Even though if they are to have a child, their child will still come out with the nose they were born with the hips they were born with the waist they were born with, and not what they had modified their bodies to be, which again makes no sense. A guy will obviously fall in love with you for what he sees, but then when he has a child with you and the child comes out looking, you know, that way, but you look that way, what do you expect the guy to think? Okay, so that's not your real nose? That's not your real breast? Oh, your bum isn't actually that big? When the child comes out and their nose is pudgy and he's like, well, my nose is not pudgy, neither is yours, so whose child is this? It bothers me because it's like, I feel like we're not happy with who we are. We're not accepting with the body and the hair and everything that God gave us. I'm a big consumer of weave. Before I wasn't, I've become obsessed with extensions. And again, like I said, I wear it because I'm lazy to comb my own hair. I don't need it. I wear it because I want to wear it, because I just like that I can be, you know, versatile. I can switch it up a little bit. But I know some girls who will spend $500, $600, $700 who live in hair. You will never see their real hair. They live in it. They feel like it's a part of them. They have to contour their face for the makeup gods. Or I heard hair is slain for the hair gods. I never knew there was a hair god, but I'll keep that for another day. I'm seeing girls, you know, doing stuff to themselves that I would never expect them to do, and then when these guys see them, fall in love with them, and then when these guys leave them because they showed them how they really look, they're asking how that happened. Well, honey, if you wash off all that MAC and all that Anastasia, Annabella, whatever her name is, Beverly Hills, and wash off all that LA Pro concealer, and he sees how you look and he doesn't want to be with you anymore, can you blame him? No, you can't. We need to love ourselves, ladies. That's just what it is. I'm not saying you can't wear makeup. I'm not saying you can't wear jewelry. I'm not saying you can't comb up your hair the way you want to. But my goodness, can we love the bodies that God gave us? Can we love the hair that God gave us? Can we love our natural curls? Can we love our fake curls? Can we love...
They love the fake curls already.
Yeah.
Can you love your naps?
Who you are.
I'm sorry. Can you love those?
Your coils.
Your coils, your curls, your naps,
all your curves,
you know what?
And all your edges.
You know what's funny?
All your perfect imperfections.
People actually want your hair. Other ethnicities that naturally have straight hair cannot do too many things with it. It takes everything in their power to conform it. They have to perm the hair to get it curly. Your hair's already curly. You can just, you know, put a flat iron and do a curl and it can stay or whatever. Your hair can go up in a bun and it can stay. You know, you can do things. And other nationalities are not necessarily even. I call it a blessing. They will have to go to the tanning salon to get the nice caramel, mocha, whatever glow or chocolate shade you are. We're colorful. We're so different, and I think it's a blessing that we're different. We don't look like everybody else. So as I was getting into it, because I felt like I was preaching to somebody today, hallelujah, you have so many assets that so many other ethnicities do not have. Because you were different, and because you were different from day one, that was a problem. But embrace your differences. You come in different shapes, different shades, different sizes, different hair textures. Embrace yourself. Like, that's all I really have to say. Embrace yourself.
You know what? They would laugh at our behinds, put women on
but then they're getting injections.
And you know what? Laugh at them and touch them and scorn them and sell them. But now we have girls who are trying to get booty shots to have bums.
We come with a very different makeup from head to toe. And we were hated on for that. But guess what? At the same time, when you turn around, people want to be just like you. So don't try to bring up the shade of your skin a few shades lighter by bleaching. First of all, be happy with your mocha, be happy with your caramel,
your hot chocolate.
Just be happy with it. It is what it is. You know, and of course it's gonna take forever for society to change their minds, for even black people to change their minds on how they view themselves. But get over it and embrace yourself, because like I said, somebody out there wants to look just like you. Somebody out there wish their hair could curl up because it's straight. People want to touch black girls' hair.
Always want to touch. They're just like, how does your hair do that? Oh my gosh, you're so lucky you can change your hair all the time.
Do you know how many compliments I've received? Like, people are upset that their hair isn't straight and their hair isn't extremely long and whatever. But it's like, you know how many compliments I got? I didn't even comb my hair to the best of my ability. I go to work and it's shiny bumped and I took out the shiny bumps. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
How did you do that? Can I touch that?
Can I? Oh.
Wow,
that's
how
does your hair do that?
Dances.
Like, wow, I wish my hair could do that, but I can't. Oh my god.
But they can't. But you can. So it's just that simple.
But yet you don't love it.
But you don't like it. But you want your hair to, like, I used to wear weave too. The reason why I'm not wearing weave is because I don't want to apply heat to my hair, like to put over the leave out. I don't want to press the leave out because I am waiting for my 1-year anniversary since I chopped my hair to apply heat if I choose to. That's why I'm not even wearing weave. But I wore weave for a long time. It's like I don't care. Like, I'm not obsessed with it. Like, just do things in moderation. Like, that's kind of the moral. Part of the moral of the story is do things in moderation. Like, you like your makeup, but don't pile it on to the point where you're unrecognizable.
Don't overdo it.
You like your weave, but if you can't take your weave off because you're ashamed of your naps, then you have a problem. you do have a problem. It is a problem because you're not embracing yourself and you don't love yourself for who you are.
If you have to add on parts to your body.
If you have to add body parts on, there are people out there that have absolutely nothing. If the guy is so superficial, he's not meant to be your man.
He's not the one.
He's just not the one.
If he can't love you for your A-cup breast, then he doesn't deserve you with your
There are so many celebrities that have nothing and they still find someone. You know what I mean? You don't need to pile on you don't have to inject, you don't have to put in any, you know, any silicones in your body.
Take fat from one part.
You don't have to reconstruct your face. Look how many celebrities done that. It's scary. Don't do it. Like, just be happy with the way you are. If you really, like, the only time it's acceptable if you had cleft lip when you were born and the lip and the nose is
or you got in an accident.
If you have a medical issue is the only time I really see why you need to do any. If you got burned and you need a skin graft, fine. But like, if you are perfectly fine and you think, oh, but no, I'm just not perfect enough. No, I have to put something. My nose is just too broad. That is your black trait. Okay, that's just a sign of insecurity. That is just who you are. You can't do anything. You just can't do anything.
Think about it as this before I pose the last question. You know what, your booty shots might look nice now, your breast implants might look nice now. 10-15 years from now, when you get older and your body starts to sag, your breasts are going to start to sag with your implants, your bump's going to start to sag with the implants, and everybody will only know you for what you're showing them, which is fake. No one will ever really know how the real you looks because all you would have shown them is fake parts of you. Or you know what, like I said, if you have a child, your child's like, Mom, how come your body's so perfect and mine isn't? Well,
what do you tell them?
Because it's fake. Because I paid for it. Like, again, I'm saying I'm not bashing people. If you have a fake bum or fake breast, that's on you. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not trying to say, you know what, you're stupid or you wasted your money, because obviously you had a legitimate reason why you wanted to do that. Do you, whatever you want, it's your life. I'm just saying my personal opinion is I don't think it's necessary. I don't have the perfect body. She doesn't have the perfect body. My mom doesn't have the perfect body, but you know what? I embrace what I have and I work it.
That's the point. You just embrace what you have. We're not judging anybody when it comes to your hair, your makeup, your body, because that's a very, very personal thing. But we just want black women to know, especially in the month of Black History, just to remember where you're coming from. Don't get lost in society, because society has been changing and I don't think it's changing for the better. It's changing for the worse. Don't get caught up in, I need to look European, my hair needs to be on the floor. Like, just embrace you for you. Love you, because you're not loving yourself, and that's why you would go to those lengths to begin with. For some people, it's not for everybody. There are people out there that are doing this because they have a self-esteem issue. There are people who do this for fun or do it because it's convenient. Elisa, like, for example, she can wear her hair out. The thing about weave, and the most convenient thing about weave, is that you can bleach it, you can cut it, you can blonde, you can this, you can that, you can press it as many times as you want, and it doesn't get damaged. If you try to do these things with your own hair, then you obviously have a problem. And because she likes versatility, that's why she does what she does.
Saving my hair, I could just save my hair.
Because if she tried to do all these things with her own hair, there's a problem.
Forever.
So it's like, the whole point is, just embrace who you are. We're not going to repeat ourselves anymore.
And black men, embrace your black women, uplift them. Don't say, you know what, I'm sick of black women, they're all the same. Or, you know what, I don't like dark-skinned girls. And when your mom is dark-skinned, and again, your sister,
so that means you don't like your mom.
So you don't like your mom.
Don't like your sister. You don't like your grandmother. You don't like your heritage, because guess what? Out of that heritage came many dark-skinned women, and it's not a crime to be dark-skinned.
And came your strong dark-skinned mom, and your strong dark-skinned grandmother.
It's not a crime to be dark-skinned.
And not even just dark-skinned.
And you can't say, oh, but you're light-skinned, so how could you possibly talk on this? I have dark-skinned people in my family.
My mom's mom
I could very well have come out dark-skinned.
My dad's dad is dark. Both of my parents have one parent that's dark.
On both sides, there are a whole family, because not only is my grandfather, but his siblings and my great-grandmother are dark. On both sides. So it's like, I could have very well been. The point is, I'm talking as a black woman, I'm not talking as a light skin. I don't care about that stuff. I'm talking as a black person. Embrace your color, embrace your hair. My hair is not the softest hair, but I just make do. You know what I mean? It's not extremely coarse, it's not extremely soft, it's right in the middle. And I just do what I do.
The last question I'm gonna pose to you black women is, black women, who are you beyond all the MAC foundation, the fake eyelashes, the booty shots, and the contouring? Who are you really? Who are you?
Do you know who you are?
Do you recognize yourself when you look in the mirror? Do you say, yeah, this is Alicia? Or do you say, oh my goodness gracious, who have I become? Who am I? Like, who do I look like? Have you hidden all your features behind the makeup? Have you hidden your body behind the surgery? They would accept me more, you know what, if I didn't have such, you know, dark skin, or maybe if my lips weren't so big, maybe. It's fun, like I said, the same people that were laughing at your lips for being big are the same girls that are going right now to Dr. Miracle and Dr. Johnny and Dr. Ching and Dr. Sin and Dr. whatever to get lip shots because they want their lips to be plump. Because you know what, these music videos and you know what, TV and the media is showing, look at Kim Kardashian's sister. I don't care anyone tells me. Her lips were not that big before. All of a sudden now she has a perfect pouty lips. Black people, some European people and a lot of Hispanic people were born with a lot of features that have been often, I guess you could say, duplicated or designed by other nationalities. And we're born with it and we want to change it.
Yeah.
Think about that, guys. Till next Black History Month, I will see you guys again. Have an amazing month. Do not change who you are for anyone. No guy, no girl, nothing. Don't change who you are to make anybody happy. Keep true to yourself. Love yourself. You're black. You're beautiful. Black is the most beautiful color. I love black clothes. I love my black skin. Black is beautiful. That's all that matters.
Black is beautiful.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not trying to be favorite.
No. We're just empowering the black community.
Empower to the people.
Just like everyone else would empower their own. So it's like, this is specifically for the black community. It's Black history. And so I'm sorry, it might step on a few toes, but
this video is not meant for everybody.
Everyone has an opinion, everyone has a perspective, and this is just our perspective on the whole thing. So we hope you enjoyed it. Share it with your folks on Facebook, Twitter, every form of social media. Share it and let them know. Somebody needs to hear about it. Somebody is lost and needs to be
big ups to Jamaica.